Asiatic Memorial Fleet Day is observed every year on March 1st. In 1942, the USS Houston, a vessel part of the Asiatic Fleet, was sunk by the Japanese, in which many Americans lost their lives. On the 60th anniversary of the event, former U.S. President George W. Bush proclaimed March 1st as a day dedicated to the Asiatic Fleet. The Asiatic Fleet was established in 1902 to safeguard American interest in East Asia. The primary mission of the Asiatic Fleet was to protect American citizens, promote trade, and demonstrate U.S. naval power in the region. The fleet comprised various types of vessels, including battleships, cruisers, destroyers, and support ships. With the outbreak of World War II, the Asiatic Fleet faced challenges due to the Japanese invasion in various Asian territories. The fleet was largely outnumbered and faced difficulties in maintaining a significant presence. As the situation in the Pacific worsened during World War II, the Asiatic Fleet was gradually reduced and disbanded. Many of its remaining ships were either scuttled or transferred to other theaters. What is today Banana Cream Pie Day is a celebration dedicated to the delicious and classic dessert, banana cream pie. Typically observed on March 2nd each year, this day provides an opportunity for people to enjoy and indulge in the sweet and creamy goodness of banana cream pie. The concept of cream pies, including banana cream pie, has roots in medieval European cuisine. Pies with custard or cream fillings became popular, and variations using different fruits were created over time. Bananas were introduced to the United States in the 19th century, and their availability and affordability increased with improved transportation methods. The first recipes for banana cream pie started appearing in cookbooks in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. These recipes often featured a flaky pie crust, sliced bananas, a custard or pudding filling, and whipped cream. With the rise of convenience foods and pre-made ingredients, commercial versions of banana cream pie, including pre-made crusts and instant pudding mixes, became readily available. Cold Cuts Day is a celebration dedicated to the assortment of cold, sliced meats, commonly known as cold cuts or deli meats. This day, observed on March 3rd each year, is an opportunity to enjoy and appreciate the wide variety of cured and prepared meats that are commonly used in sandwiches, salads, and charcuterie boards. Before the advent of refrigeration, people had to find ways to preserve meat for longer periods. Methods such as curing, smoking, and drying were employed to prevent meat from spoiling. These preservation techniques not only extended the shelf life of the meat, but also imparted unique flavors. The concept of the delicatessen or deli originated in Germany and spread to other parts of Europe and the United States. Delis were establishments that specialized in selling cured and preserved meats, cheese, and other ready-to-eat foods. The popularity of sandwiches, which often feature cold cuts, contributed significantly to the widespread consumption of these sliced meats. The convenience and versatility of cold cuts made them a popular choice for sandwich fillings. What is today World Tennis Day on March 4th is an international celebration of tennis that aims to promote the sport and encourage participation at all levels. It typically involves various events and activities organized globally to celebrate the love of tennis. The origins of tennis can be traced back to ancient civilizations where games involved hitting a ball with the hand or using simple implements. Tennis as we know it today has its roots in medieval Europe game called real tennis. This precursor to modern tennis was played indoors and featured a variety of walls, sloping roofs, and openings. In France, real tennis evolved into a game known as jeu de paume, played indoor courts with a ball in bare hands. Rackets eventually replaced bare hands. The first tennis championship at Wimbledon was held in 1877, making it one of the oldest tennis tournaments in the world. Wimbledon played a crucial role in standardizing the rules of tennis. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to go put on my tennis pants and go make love on the court. What's with all the racket? What is today? National Potty Dance Day is celebrated on March 5th every year. It is all about the movements people make when they need to use the bathroom. On National Potty Dance Day, people do the potty dance no matter what their age. Although the moves to the potty dance are open to interpretation, most movements are universal. This quirky holiday was created in 2014 by Charmin to celebrate the bathroom breakdance we all do when trying to hold it in. The potty dance may involve a combination of hopping from foot to foot, holding the crotch area, or doing a little dance to convey the message that they need to go to the bathroom urgently. Not only does it momentarily keep people from peeing their pants, but it also alerts parents that their children need to use the bathroom so they can help get them to the restroom in time. So put on your dancing shoes and drink a gallon of water and join in on the potty dance. Just make sure you're near a restroom. What is today National Dress Day, March 6th, honoring a piece of clothing that covers the upper body and part or all of the legs. Ashley Loren founded National Dress Day to honor all the ways dresses help us celebrate the significant moments of our lives. The Register at the National Day Calendar declared National Dress Day in October of 2016. The concept of dresses started out as a functional way for people to cover their bodies. Togas, shifts, robes, and wrap dresses all found their place as part of the origins of dresses, originally worn by both men and women. Eventually, the convenience of trousers became the preferred garb of choice for men, but women were still expected to wear dresses. How archaic. By the 14th and 15th centuries in Europe, at least, dresses became not only a functional way for a woman to cover her body, but also started to become part of fashion trends. Throughout the years, dress designs have changed drastically, however, they still provide a distinctive look, adding a level of poise and confidence to any event. What is today Sock Monkey Day on March 7th is a lighthearted and playful celebration dedicated to the iconic sock monkey toy. Sock monkeys are stuffed animals made from socks, typically featuring distinctive red heels. The day is an opportunity for people to celebrate the charm and nostalgia associated with these handmade toys. Sock monkeys were originally created during the Great Depression in the United States. Many families faced economic hardships, and purchasing toys for children was often a luxury. People became resourceful and creative, finding ways to repurpose and reuse materials. Old socks, particularly those with distinctive red heels, became a common material for crafting toys. Crafters, often mothers or caretakers, began transforming old socks into stuffed animals. The design for these toys included a simple but recognizable monkey shape. The sock monkey has evolved into a cultural icon representing a blend of creativity, resourcefulness, and the enduring appeal of handmade toys. Now go ahead, go spank your monkey, your sock monkey.
Replenish the Social Security Trust Fund by making
What is today? Be Nasty Day is celebrated every year on March 8th. This observance may sound scandalous, but it's all about embracing your inner confidence and breaking free from social norms and expectations. In 2016, the idea of the nasty movement developed as a political response to a comment made about then candidate for U.S. President Hillary Clinton, called that nasty woman by her opponent Donald Trump. Clinton's supporters decided to turn something meant to be an insult into a motivator. A group of women believe that it sometimes takes being nasty to change the world, and a grassroots feminist movement was launched. A nasty movement. Be Nasty Day is all about remembering that it's okay to sometimes not be a people pleaser. It's not always possible to make everyone else in the world happy. You also don't want people to take advantage of you or walk all over you. Be Nasty Day is here for you to get a little mean and tell those people how exactly you feel. What is today? Barbie is a fashion doll introduced by the American toy company Mattel. The creation of Barbie is credited to Ruth Handler, who co-founded Mattel with her husband Elliot Handler. Barbie made her debut on March 9th of 1959 at the American International Toy Fair in New York. There are a lot of misconceptions and half-truths in the media about how Barbie was created. I put together a full documentary on compiled interviews from various sources as all sides tell their story. It's very interesting and very eye-opening, even if you're not a die-hard Barbie fan. The reporting of Ruth Handler creating Barbie is somewhat of a myth and untruth. Don't get me wrong, she had a hand in the creation of Barbie, but there were many other hands in the pie. And Ruth also ripped the idea off from a German doll. Build Lily is a predecessor of the iconic Barbie doll, and its history is quite interesting. Check out my other YouTube channel, My Media Helper, with the link provided for what I put together with the untold story unmasking the real creators of Barbie. What is today National Landline Telephone Day? Alexander Graham Bell is credited with inventing the telephone. The first successful demonstration of the telephone took place on March 10th, 1876, when Bell spoke to his assistant, Thomas Watson, saying, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." The invention of the telephone led to the establishment of the first telephone exchange in New Haven, Connecticut in 1878. This marked the beginning of commercial landline telephony. Telephone networks rapidly expanded, connecting more cities and towns. Telephone companies were established to provide telephone services to businesses and residents. Early telephone systems used manual switchboards operated by operators who manually connected calls by plugging and unplugging cables. Fast forward to today, where landline telephony has evolved to integrate with internal services, with voice over internet protocol, VoIP, becoming a popular alternative. With the rise of mobile phones and digital communication, the use of traditional landline telephony has declined, especially for personal communication. What is today? Seriously, I don't make these up. Wash Your Nose Day is celebrated on March 11th every year. It was created by Exlear, a dental care and sinus care company, to highlight the importance of sinus flushing. Keeping your nose clean is an essential aspect of overall personal hygiene. Washing your nose helps remove dirt, dust, allergens, and potential pathogens that may be present in the nasal passages. This can reduce the risk of infections. Nasal congestion can be alleviated by rinsing the nasal passages with saline solution or using a neti pot. This can be especially helpful during colds or allergies. Clear nasal passages contribute to better airflow and breathing. This is important for overall respiratory health. It's important to note that individuals with specific medical conditions or concerns related to their nasal health should consult with a healthcare professional for personalized advice. Nasal hygiene is part of an overall health maintenance, and incorporating it into daily routines can contribute to a healthier respiratory system. Personally, I never washed my nose, and I've been just fine.
Wilderness girls.
What is today? Girl Scout Day is typically observed on March 12th each year. It commemorates the anniversary of the founding of the Girl Scouts in the United States. The Girl Scouts of the USA was founded on March 12th, 1912 by Juliet Gordon Low in Savannah, Georgia. Juliet Gordon Low, also known as Daisy, was a visionary leading the mission of the Girl Scouts to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. The organization focuses on empowering girls through various activities, skill building, and community service. Girl Scout Day is often associated with the annual Girl Scout Cookie Program, where Girl Scouts engage in selling cookies to fund their troop activities. Girl Scouts are organized into different levels based on age, including daisies, brownies, juniors, cadets, seniors, and ambassadors. Girl Scout Day serves as an opportunity to appreciate the legacy of Juliet Gordon Low and the positive influence of the Girl Scouts on the lives of girls and young women. It also encourages support for the organization's ongoing commitment to leadership, development, and community service. What is today? Canine Veterans Day, also known as National Canine Veterans Day, is observed on March 13th each year in the United States. It is a day to honor and commemorate the service and contributions of military and working dogs throughout history. These dogs have played a crucial role in various branches of the military, including detection, search and rescue, and providing support to soldiers. According to soldiersangels.com, here are 5 canine veterans to celebrate. Sergeant Yeager served as an improvised explosive detective dog in both Iraq and Afghanistan. During his 2 tours as a Marine, he participated in 100 combat patrols. In April of 2012, Yeager suffered wounds that caused him to lose part of an ear. This also left him with other lingering complications that caused early retirement. Unfortunately, Yeager's handler was killed in the same explosion. Today, Yeager resides with a disabled veteran. To spotlight and do all these canine veterans justice, there will be a part 2 and 3 posted later today. Miyoko was brought to the U.S. when he was 15 months old and was placed on the Army 75th Ranger Regiment's 2nd Battalion. He was 7 years old when he went on his 6th deployment in Afghanistan. Miyoko was killed during a raid on Al-Qaeda and ultimately saved the life of his staff sergeant and other Rangers. Sergeant Rambo, I love that, served in the Marine Corps, sniffing out explosives from 2011 to 2012. He completed 994 hours of training and 620 searches in a single year. After a medical predicament, Rambo had one of his legs removed. Regardless of his disability, Sergeant Rambo continued to serve with his handler and became the mascot of Gizmo's Gift, a nonprofit that provides financial support to pay for the medical treatment of military canines. Luca has served 3 combat tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. She's led more than 400 patrols in search of explosives and ammunition. We continue with canine veteran Luca. No soldier has ever been injured on her watch, including her handler, Sergeant Chris Willingham of the U.S. Marine Corps, even when she lost a leg. Patsy Stewart, Sergeant Willingham's mother-in-law, was so grateful for Luca's work that she was compelled to pay tribute to Luca with a display case in front of the Starkville Public Library. Jag served in Afghanistan with his handler, now retired Sergeant Dennis Dow. Dow refers to Jag as a hero by any definition. Jag has come under fire many times, and without Jag, Dow believes he wouldn't be alive today. Jag still plays an important role in Dow's life by helping him with his PTSD. On Canine Veterans Day, people often express their appreciation for the dedication and bravery of these canine heroes. Events and ceremonies may be organized to recognize the service of military and working dogs, both past and present. It's a day to reflect on the vital roles that canines have played in serving and protecting their human counterparts in various capacities. What is today? Dribble to Work Day is observed on March 14th every year in the U.S. This is a promotional event to get more people interested in women's sports, especially basketball. In 2015, the Tampa Bay Local Organizing Committee, Tampa Bay Sports Commission, and the NCAA organized the first Dribble to Work Day with the goal of celebrating and raising awareness for the NCAA Women's Final Four. Fans of basketball and the NCAA tournament observe the day by dribbling their way to work. People post photos of themselves dribbling to work or playing basketball to mark Dribble to Work Day, sharing them on social media. During 2015, the hashtag WFFDribble was used, and the person with the most creative video was selected by the local organizing committee to take their first shot at the NCAA Women's Final Four court at Amalie Arena. According to the Business of Sports, the first year of this holiday proved to be successful. This holiday has since been running for the past few years as the NCAA tracks the progress of the women's basketball teams in their goal to make it to the finals. What is today? All right, here's a sore subject. International Eat an Animal for PETA Day, or Eat a PETA, falls on March 15th every year, born out of the scorn for the people for the ethical treatment of animals, PETA, and their aggressive and often hurtful ad campaigns. When Meryl Yorish saw the organization likening eating meat to the Holocaust, every year since 2003, participants observe this day by eating animal products for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They also draw awareness to PETA's hypocrisy, considering that their shelters have an unusually high rate of euthanization. What is the average salary for an executive at PETA in the United States? It's hypocritical and evil when the executives of PETA are making $300,000 a year when they're supposed to be saving animals. The day is nothing against the noble mission to protect animals. It's the hypocrisy behind the organization of PETA. Don't be fooled by PETA and other organizations like it. They're more interested in money than helping animals. What is today? If you're a fan of corn dogs, National Corn Dog Day on March 16th is the day for you. This is a perfect day to treat yourself to this classic comfort food. National Corn Dog Day was inaugurated in 1992 in Corvallis, Oregon by Brady Saynow and Henry Otley. The first celebration was informal and involved only corn dogs and basketball. In subsequent years, National Corn Dog Day was expanded to include tater tots and beer and gradually spread to other cities. By 2008, participation in the National Corn Dog Day increased to nearly 5,000 parties on 5 continents, including one in McMurdo Station in Antarctica. The most widely accepted story attributes the invention of the corn dog to 2 men, Neil and Carl Fletcher. In the late 1930s, they introduced the corn dog at the Texas State Fair. Its history reflects the creativity and innovation often associated with American fare and carnival cuisine. They may be a bit high in calories, but frankly, they're worth every damn calorie. What is today? You can't celebrate St. Patrick's Day without corned beef and cabbage. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day is going to be celebrated March 17th this year. Corned beef and cabbage is a traditional Irish-American dish that gained popularity in the United States around that St. Patrick's Day. A dish consists of corned beef, cabbage, and other vegetables. In the mid-19th century, during the Irish potato famine from 1845 to 1852, a significant number of Irish immigrants came to the United States in search of a better life. In the United States, Irish immigrants found that certain ingredients they were accustomed to in Ireland, such as pork and bacon, were more expensive and less available. As a result, Irish immigrants adapted their culinary traditions to the available ingredients in the U.S. Corned beef, a salt-cured and brined beef brisket, became a more common choice than the traditional Irish bacon. St. Patrick's Day, which celebrates the patron saint of Ireland, became a significant cultural celebration for Irish Americans, and corned beef and cabbage became a festive and symbolic dish for the occasion, and it's so yummy. What is today? National Sloppy Joe Day, celebrated every year on March 18th, is an observation that is dedicated to arguably the greatest sandwich of all time, the Sloppy Joe. The exact origin of Sloppy Joes is a bit unclear, but there are a few theories about its creation. One theory suggests that Sloppy Joes may have originated in the 1930s in Key West, Florida, influenced by the Cuban dish picadillo. Picadillo is a ground beef mixture with ingredients like tomatoes, peppers, and spices. Another theory points to the loose meat or tavern sandwich that became popular in the Midwest, particularly in Iowa during the 1920s. This sandwich consisted of seasoned ground beef served on a bun. While the Iowa loose meat sandwich is not exactly the same as Sloppy Joe's, it shares similarities. There's also a claim that Sloppy Joe's got its name from a bar in Havana, Cuba called Sloppy Joe's Bar. The bar was a popular hangout for tourists and celebrities, and it's said to have served a sandwich with a similar concept. The concept of a loose meat sandwich with a tasty sauce became widely popular. What is today? National 3D Day celebrates the art, science, and the history of stereoscopic 3D imagery. Every year in March, on the third day of the third week of the third month, we explore the technologies used to create 3D photographs, movies, and art. The concept of stereoscopy, which creates a three-dimensional illusion from two flat images, was developed in the 19th century. Stereoscopic viewers, such as the stereoscope, allowed people to view paired photographs, creating a sense of depth. The first 3D feature film, The Power of Love, was released in 1922 using anaglyph technology. The popularized 3D system using glasses with polarizing filters was introduced in the 1930s. The first feature-length polarized 3D film, Bawana Devil, was released in 1952. The 1950s saw a surge in 3D films, often in the genres like horror and science fiction, movies like The House of Wax from 1953 and Creature from the Black Lagoon 1954 became iconic examples of this era. What is today? Alien Abduction Day, observed on March 20th, is a day when people playfully celebrate the idea of extraterrestrial encounters and abductions by aliens. Alien abduction refers to the phenomenon in which individuals claim to have been taken against their will by extraterrestrial beings. These alleged abductions typically involve reported experience of being transported onto a spacecraft, undergoing medical examinations, and sometimes having interactions with the beings. Witnesses describe encounters with non-human entities, commonly described as small humanoid figures with distinctive features such as large eyes, gray skin, and slender bodies. Abductees often report memory gaps or missing time during the alleged abduction event. They may recall being in one location and then suddenly finding themselves in another without clear recollection of the intervening time. Abductees may report emotional and psychological effects followed the alleged abduction, such as anxiety, fear, or sense of having been profoundly changed by the experience. I personally do not feel there are aliens. Catch you tomorrow. Nanu nanu. Jazbat. First off, March 21st is recognized as the National Day of Action on Syringe Exchange. Syringe exchange programs, also known as syringe service programs, are a vital component of harm reduction. Syringe exchange programs are initiatives aimed to reducing the transmission of bloodborne infections such as HIV and hepatitis among people who inject drugs. These programs provide sterile syringes to individuals in exchange for used ones, along with other services like counseling, education, and referrals to health care. The problem being, and this is a double-edged sword, drug users aren't always considerate of where they throw their used needles. I personally used to go into abandoned houses where drug users would break into and live and use. A group in my city would clean up these needles in these abandoned homes and the surrounding area. This included parks where children play. This is a picture I took of one house cleanup, and that's fine. If they left it in the abandoned homes, that's fine. That's where they dwell. But to throw them in parks with children is inexcusable, unexcusable. What is today? Life is too short and some people too serious. Get the stick out of your ass on National Goof Off Day on March 22nd. It's an informal observance that encourages people to take a break, have some fun, and embrace the lighthearted and playful attitude. National Goof Off Day on March 22nd is an informal observance that encourages people to take a break, have some fun, and embrace a lighthearted and playful attitude. Goofing off refers to engaging in playful, lighthearted, and often humorous activities without a specific purpose or goal. It's a term used to describe taking a break from serious or focused tasks to have some fun, relax, or engage in activities that bring joy and laughter. Goofing off can take various forms, and it's generally associated with a carefree and playful attitude. On National Goof Off Day, this could include playful pranks, silly jokes, enjoying humorous content. Of course, don't do any of that at someone else's expense. Laugh with others, not at others. Let's do this thing. On your mark, get set, goof off. You have my permission. What is today? National Chip and Dip Day on March 23rd is to celebrate the popular snack combination of chips and dip. Some popular chip and dip combinations include tortilla chips with salsa, potato chips with onion dip, or pita chips with hummus. The day encourages people to indulge in their favorite chip and dip combinations and to perhaps try new flavors or recipes. The concept of fried or baked slices of potatoes, known as chips in the United States and crisps in some other countries, dates back to the 19th century. In the 20th century, the mass production and packaging of potato chips led to their widespread availability, making them a convenient and popular snack choice. The famous onion dip, often associated with potato chips, has its roots in the 1950s. The famous onion dip, often associated with potato chips, has its roots in the 1950s. It is said that Lipton introduced a recipe for French onion dip made with their dry onion soup mix, which quickly gained popularity. Dips can be made with various ingredients, including cheese, guacamole, hummus, spinach, artichokes, and more. What is today? Today, it's always great when we talk about food, isn't it? National Cheesesteak Day on March 20th celebrates the iconic Philadelphia cheesesteak sandwich. This day is dedicated to enjoying and appreciating the delicious combination of thinly sliced beefsteak, melted cheese, and other toppings served in a roll. The story of cheesesteak begins in the 1930s with Pat's King of Steaks, a Philadelphia hot dog stand owned by Pat Olivieri. As the story goes, in 1933, Pat decided to grill some beefsteak and put it on an Italian roll. A cab driver nearby was intrigued and requested a steak sandwich. This marked the creation of the original cheesesteak. In 1966, Gino's Steaks opened across the street from Pat's, creating a friendly yet competitive cheesesteak rivalry at the intersection of 9th Street and Pascherk Avenue. The location became known as Cheesesteak Corner. The popularity of cheesesteaks expanded beyond Philadelphia, becoming a quintessential American sandwich. Numerous eateries across the country serve their take on the cheesesteak with regional variations. What is today in 2024? On March 25th, it's Holi, a Hindu spring festival celebrated primarily in India and Nepal, but it has gained recognition and observance in various parts of the world. It is known as the Festival of Colors and marks the arrival of spring, the end of winter, and the victory of good over evil. Holi is celebrated on the full moon day, Purnima, of the Hindu month of Falguna, which usually falls in March on the Gregorian calendar. The festival typically begins with a ritual called Holika Dahan, where a bonfire is lit to symbolize the burning of the demoness Holika. People gather around the bonfire, sing and dance, and perform prayers. The main celebration of Holi involves playful throwing and smearing of colored powders and water. People chase each other in the streets, parks, and open spaces, splashing vibrant colors and wishing each other happy Holi. Holi is a time for socializing and breaking down barriers. People of all ages and backgrounds come together to celebrate, and the festival is known for breaking social norms and fostering a sense of unity and camaraderie. What is today? In one of my past lives, I went to substance abuse meetings. Yes, I am an alcoholic. I bring this up because one of the gentlemen who attended these group meetings would wish everyone a happy birthday as a greeting at the beginning of every meeting. He did this because every day was the first day of the rest of our lives. Today is a fresh day, and in honor of the happy birthday gentleman and all of you, today is Make Up Your Own Holiday Day, observed every March 26th. Now, although this gentleman did not make up happy birthday, he put it upon himself to wish people happy birthday every time he saw them. So what will you wish people today? It's your day to create something unique as a cause for a celebration around it, because every day should be a celebration of life and the things that bring meaning to you. My holiday today is going to be Pretty Lady Day. This is in honor of my gal pal, who is a beautiful and certainly a pretty lady. What will your day be? Please share in the comments, and have a happy Pretty Lady Day. Little Red Wagon Day is a charming dedication on March 27th to the spirit of childhood, playfulness, and the joy of simple pleasures. The holiday celebrates the iconic Little Red Wagon, symbolizing the innocence and fun of childhood adventures. The Radio Flyer Company was founded by Antonio Passan, an Italian immigrant, in 1917. He named the company after his fascination with both radio and flight, capturing the spirit of innovation and adventure. The first wagons produced by Radio Flyer were made of wood and had metal wheels. They were initially named Liberty Coasters to honor the Statue of Liberty and the freedom Passan experienced as an immigrant in the United States. In the 1930s, Radio Flyer introduced the first steel-bodied wagon painted in a vibrant red color. This design became extremely popular and is the precursor to the classic Little Red Wagon we know today. Over the years, Radio Flyer continued to refine and improve the design of their wagons. They introduced features such as easy-turning front wheels, rubber tires, and foldable handles, making the wagons more versatile and user-friendly. What is today? National Hot Tub Day on March 28th is dedicated to relaxation, warmth, and the enjoyment of hot tubs. The Jacuzzi brothers, Italian immigrants to the United States, played a significant role in the development of modern hot tubs. They first designed and manufactured airplane propellers. In 1921, a small plane crashed, killing all the passengers on board, including Giocondo Jacuzzi. The brothers subsequently abandoned the aviation industry and later pivoted to producing hydrotherapy pumps for personal use. In 1956, they created that hydrotherapy pump, the first one for personal use, and the concept of the jacuzzi as a portable whirlpool bath was born. From 1968, a whirlpool bath was produced, which included jets that mixed air and water. This product, called the Roman bath, was developed by Roy Jacuzzi, a third-generation member of the family, and this is considered the first whirlpool tub designed for relaxation rather than for medical use.
She's a mermaid. I don't understand.
What is today Mermaid Day on March 29th is a whimsical and enchanting dedication to celebrating the mythical and mystical world of mermaids. In ancient Babylonian mythology, there is a goddess named Atargatis, who is often depicted as a mermaid-like figure. She is believed to have fallen into a lake and transformed into a fish with a human head. The ancient Greeks had myths about sea deities and creatures. The sirens, often portrayed as part woman, part bird, are sometimes considered early representations of mermaid-like beings. These creatures were known for their enchanting songs that lured sailors. During the Middle Ages, mermaids were featured in various legends and stories. In some cases, they were depicted as beautiful and enchanting, while in others, they were portrayed as dangerous and malicious, luring sailors to their demise. One of the most famous depictions of mermaids in the Western literature is Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale The Little Mermaid, written in the 19th century. Andersen's mermaid is a tragic figure who sacrifices her voice for a chance at humanity and love. What is today? On March 30th, grass is always browner on the other side of the Fence Day is a playful and humorous observation that encourages people to reflect on the tendency to perceive others' situations as better than their own. The name of the day is a humorous twist on the well-known expression, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. This day is to reflect on yourself and appreciate who you are and what you have. Recognize and value your qualities, strengths, and uniqueness. Embrace your identity and acknowledge your achievements that contribute to a positive sense of self-worth. Discourage the habit of constantly comparing oneself to others. The message suggests that genuine happiness and fulfillment come from within, are not solely dependent on external circumstances. Appreciating who you are and what you have is a philosophy that aligns with principles of self-love, mindfulness, and positive psychology. It encourages individuals to cultivate a healthy relationship with themselves and their surroundings, fostering a greater sense of happiness and fulfillment in life.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
What is today? Dance Marathon Day on March 31st is a celebration dedicated to the joy, energy, and unity that dancing brings. This day encourages people to come together, move to the rhythm, and enjoy the many physical and mental benefits of dancing. The concept of dance marathons gained popularity in the United States during the 1920s and 1930s. These events were often organized as endurance competitions with couples or individuals dancing continuously for hours or days. In the midst of the Great Depression, some dance marathons took on a charitable aspect. Organizers began using these events as fundraisers for various causes, including supporting those affected by the economic hardships of the time. Some dance marathons have achieved notable records. For example, the world record for the longest dance marathon is held by a group of people who dance continuously for over 26 days. 26 days! That sounds like too much work.